So somewhere out in the multiverse, there is a version of Darkseid and Diana that actually got married. And this takes place in the story Justice League Infinity, which is a continuation of the animated series Justice League Unlimited, after the whole ordeal with Amazo and Solomon Grundy. And what was going on here was that Amazo ended up going to a place called the Mirror Dimension, I believe. It's not the one that Mirror Master goes to. However, it is a nexus reality that pretty much connects to all the realities in the multiverse. And he went there in order to find a soul or give himself more purpose. And him doing that was causing ripples and cracks throughout the multiverse, making heroes swap with their counterparts in different universes. As you see, we have Overman here who swapped with a traditional Superman, and then we have Diana getting swapped, but the person that swapped with her is just a pile of bones. We then find out that she went to Apocalypse and she is now face to face with Darkseid. And while she's trying to fight Darkseid, Darkseid is trying to let her know that he no longer has the will to fight. He has lost his will to fight thousands of years ago. And when Diana says that you are not the Darkseid that I know, Darkseid's reply was honestly really interesting, because he simply responded by saying, "You are not my Diana." And Wonder Woman noticed that he said it from a place of pain, like he actually mourning the loss of Wonder Woman in this universe. And the planet that they are on right now is, of course, Apocalypse, but it is completely lifeless. There are literally no gods anywhere on this planet. Not only that, all life in the universe has been completely wiped out. We get a little backstory on that with Darkseid explaining that he had a war with the Justice League, but both sides were losing so much that they honestly had to broker a truce thanks to Wonder Woman, in which she became kind of like an ambassador for Apocalypse and Earth in order to keep an eye on Darkseid and make sure the peace is kept. But eventually they ended up growing feelings for each other, debating philosophies, contemplating the meaning of life and death. That's like the God stuff. And they actually ended up getting married, and she pretty much taught Darkseid how to love again. And Darkseid has not loved anybody since his first wife, Suli. And this is Suli, the mother of Orion. And we all know Darkseid. Darkseid is looking for the anti-life equation. He ended up finding it, and eventually he had to pretty much absorb it into his body. However, Wonder Woman had convinced him to not release the anti-life equation and to just be with her, love her, stuff like that. And Darkseid actually agreed. He was ready to put the anti-life equation behind him. But the anti-life equation is a living entity that wants nothing but death and destruction. So it took over Darkseid's body and released itself anyway, ensuring the destruction of not only Apocalypse, but the entirety of the universe. And the anti-life was so cruel that when it spread across the entire universe, it left a piece of itself on Apocalypse to torment Darkseid over his failure. It even appeared to the main Wonder Woman as her father, or her presumed father, Hades. And when Hades was about to pretty much unalive Wonder Woman, Darkseid came to her rescue, saying that this is not happening again. I am not going to lose another Diana. And Darkseid pretty much got into a fist fight or an energy battle with the anti-life equation itself in order to save Diana. However, she managed to help him, but it might have been too late. At the end of this whole ordeal, Darkseid ended up fading away from his wounds from the anti-life equation, but he still managed to get a tear out of Diana just to explain to her that he actually did love Wonder Woman. This could prove that despite being the god of evil, the literal concept of evil itself, Darkseid can still actually feel and give love.